Hello and thank you for joining me. So as you guys can see, I have two knives here from Molsect. Now these guys are a new knife brand and they reached out to me on Instagram and asked me if I wanted to check out a few models from them. And I looked at some of their stuff and it looked pretty interesting. So I went ahead and agreed to it. And I chose two models, a larger knife and a smaller knife. I'm a bigger fan of smaller knives, but we're going to see which one we get first. So you get this interesting, not real leather pouch, but an interesting pouch. You can see it's there's no stitching. It's got its interesting build here, but let's open it up and see what we get. Okay, so this is the smaller knife that I was checking out. However, it is soft on the inside, so that is nice about the pouch. So you get the knife. Okay, so you get quite a bit of things. So you get a sticker. This is their logo. It's an interesting logo, and I do like stickers, so that's cool that they provide that. You get a cleaning cloth. So very, very nice. Let's see what else we get here. Okay, so they give you a paracord. Let's check that out. Let's see what that looks like. I'm not a big fan of paracords, but maybe one day I will be. We'll see. But you just get a black paracord here. So interesting. And you get a pin as well. So there you go. So Molsect's debut year. Interesting. Again, these are new, or this brand is new, so there's some of their information. And let's check out the smaller one. So this smaller knife is called the Slate. It has a D2 steel blade, and as you can see, we have a gray G10 with some milling on it, some texture, and looks like T6 hardware and a T8 for the standoff that allows for that paracord to go through. You have a deep carry pocket clip. Interesting that it's not super, it's a deep carry pocket clip, but it doesn't go all the way up, which I'm okay with. I'm not that big of a fan of deep carry pocket clips anyway, but I do like the stone wash on it. I'd say the billboarding isn't necessary, but you do have a flipper tab and a dual thumb studs for deployment. So let's flick this thing out. Okay. It's a little on the soft side. Here, let's see if I can fail it. Yeah, so you really basically gotta light switch the thing. But I'm assuming, yeah, so the thumb studs work fine. But I think I can fix that issue. I think the D10 is just too light, but that is fixable. But there it is with the D2 steel. It's a very, very low grind. But I really do like that stone wash. There's an interesting logo, interesting tool for the hardware. And that might be due to the fact that it's more of a survival knife. So if you're in a pinch, you use something small to take the screw out. Obviously, you could use a flathead to take this out. But yeah, T6 all the way around. And I wonder if they're a good quality T6. Let me grab my bit really, really quick. So hopefully it's not Gerber-esque. If you guys have seen some of my other videos with Gerber knives, I hate their hardware because it's cheap stuff. But this actually seems really, oh, wait a minute. Okay. That was me, but T6 all the way around. And this model has a inset liner. Quite a bit of hardware. But that's not an issue. Let's check out the ergos. It's actually really comfortable in hand. That pocket clip actually disappears even though it has that duck bill tip to it, but very well done. And you can choke up on this right here in the front underneath, or in front of the flipper tab. So that is really nice. Interesting design overall. That's kind of what caught my attention. Kind of reminds me of a Benchmade I can't think of the name. I'll put the name up on screen, but that's what caught my eye. And I'm gonna grab a piece of paper and we'll see how sharp this thing comes. So let's see what we got here. Okay. So it's not, again, this is always hard to do on camera, but okay, so it does come very, very sharp. Now, again, that grind, that bevel grind is not that high, but it does slice. So access to the liner lock is very, very nice. And I'm trying to see if I can get past that detent, because that flipper tab kind of hits my thumb before passing the detent, but very, very smooth action. I believe it is writing on bearings. Interesting. If you guys have heard of this knife brand before, let me know down below, because they are definitely new to me. Now let's check out the bigger knife. This one caught my eye just because it looked really cool. I mean, it has a touch of color with that red thumb stud. And this does come with a paracord, cleaning cloth, another sticker. So basically the same stuff. And yeah, this is actually a very, very large knife, as you guys can see. This definitely is a big boy. Interesting texture on that G10. They call it snakeskin texture, I believe. So definitely very grippy. Do have the same style pocket clip as the Slate. So you see this one is just blacked out. And really quick before I forget, the name of this is Jungle. So I'm assuming it's more of a hunting knife. You do have a flipper tab and dual thumb studs for deployment. So you have full liners. And again, I'm assuming, yeah, T6 hardware and that flathead screw. So you can see right there, very, very simple. Not as much hardware as the Slate, even though this is a smaller knife. But I do like that it's all blacked out and just that touch of color on the thumb studs. But let's flip this thing out. Okay, so the detent's definitely stronger. Oh yeah, this definitely flips out a lot better. Very smooth. Thumb studs, rockets right out. See if we can reverse flick this thing. I'm sure I just have to find the sweet spot. Okay, so reverse is a little tricky. Yeah, that's a tough one to reverse flick, but not bad. Same thing with this one. This one is writing on bearings, but this one comes in 14C28 and steel. I do like that blade shape. It's a buoy shaped blade. Not a very high grind, but I'm sure this is just as slicey as the other one. And then you do have that nice swedge at the top. The finish is interesting. I'm more of a black washed finish kind of guy, so that could easily be done by me in the shop. Let's see how sharp this thing is. Pretty sure it's sharp. Oh yeah. Let's try to go all the way to the tip here. Yeah. Just me, or let's see. No, that was just me. Okay, so it's sharp. Yeah, very, very large knife. I'll put the size of this one up on screen, and same with the Slate. Definitely like the Jungle more. Very, very comfortable in hand. Plenty of room to choke up on that front finger choil, so you're not going to be touching that edge. But ergos wise, really, really comfortable. And again, this pocket clip, even though it has a high bill, it really kind of just disappears. I guess it's really good placement of where they put that pocket clip. So really, really comfortable in hand. And definitely a hunting knife. I believe this is part of their hunting series. So definitely go check them out if you guys are interested. Let me know what you guys think down below. And I do have a link with Molsect, so if you guys are interested in picking one of these up, I'll leave a link in the description below. But there are the two knives from Molsect, the Jungle and the Slate. As always, you guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you guys on the next one.